Have you ever wondered about the people, places, and history of Trussville, Alabama? What was here during the Civil War? How did the Great Depression play a role in developing Trussville as a town? What was here and now isn't? What could have been here but was derailed? What is still here now that you don't know about just yet? Trussville has a rich history, and it's past time to not only tell you, but show you. Welcome to Traversing Trussville. Huge new episode of Traversing Trussville today, you guys. Just need to have this quick little intro so that you kind of know what's coming in this episode. So I'm going to pull a little bit from my book, Trussville, Alabama, A Brief History. Book was published in 2014. So stick with me here as I read a little bit to kind of set up what this video is about, to kind of ground you so that you understand where we're going in this video. So this episode is with Trussville Historical Society member Dennis Lesley, one of my friends. What you are about to watch is not something that he is saying is absolute. It's somewhat conjecture, but it is educated conjecture based on old maps, GPS coordinates, documented history from 200, hear that again, 200 years ago. But at the end of this video, we'll leave it up to you. Just let us know what you think. But has Dennis Lesley found where the grist mill of Warren Truss, credited with the founding of the city of Trussville, Alabama, stood 200 years ago? So before we dive into this video really quick, I just want to tell you a little bit about Warren Truss, and this is the information from my book, Trussville, Alabama, A Brief History. Truss was a farmer by occupation. He was born in Pitt County, North Carolina on May 12, 1772, the son of Samuel and Mary Forbes Truss. The last Truss deed on record in Pitt County, North Carolina was signed by Warren Truss on October 2nd, 1817, so it appears evident that he left for Alabama sometime after this date. He next appeared in St. Clair County, Alabama in 1820, where he had a family of 8 males, 1 female, and 17 slaves, according to the 1820 census of St. Clair County. The 1810 census of Pitt County, North Carolina, however, showed him with 4 males, 4 females, and 6 slaves. The area in which Truss first settled is modern-day Springville, located, obviously, as we know today, several miles north of Trussville. That region was named after a large spring located near where his brother Joel Truss and his other brother Samuel Truss, as well as numerous others, first settled. Within a few months, Warren Truss decided to look for a home elsewhere, moving several miles southwest to the banks of the Cahaba River, known by the Indians as, I'm going to butcher this, Ika-Uba, and Acadian by the British, on which Trussville, as we know, is now located. Warren Truss first purchased land in Jefferson County on August 22nd or August 23rd, 1821. His land ownership in the county covered nearly 1,000 acres, apparently making him a very wealthy man for the era. Shortly after Warren Truss arrived in what is now known as Trussville, other families migrated to the area, attracted by its large land area and fresh water from the Cahaba River, which is what this video is all about. Let's dive in.
So I was looking at Earl Massey's book, Trussville Through the Years, and it's kind of our Bible for the Historical Society, and there's a section like on about page 9 where it talks about a sale of some land, a parcel of land by Warren Truss. So I'm interested in there. Well, it has some map coordinates that describe exactly what section that he sold, and this sale was in 1825. And particular interesting part of that description said that he's sold this many acres minus an acre and a half in which the Truss mill stood. So I think, okay, I get out a map, I look up the coordinates, and it's right? And it includes, that map section includes the Civitan Park. I mean, right in the, and so I thought, well, and the Cahaba runs right through there, which is where the mill is said to have stood. So I decided to take a walk, go over to Civitan Park, and I just took a good long walk, just looking for anything interesting that might catch my eye. Well, not far from the Civitan Bridge, about 40 yards or so, I found a line of rocks that look like they could be primitive cut, and they're in a straight line, and it extends for about 30 feet or so, and it angles from the bank out into the water. That caught my attention. I thought, let's take a look here. And so that's how I found what I think to be the remains of Warren Truss's grist mill. What I'm hearing and what I've read so far, that this particular area might be what they call a mill race, which is how the water is channeled off the main, off the main body of water toward the wheel. And another possibility is that it's a wheel pit, where the wheel actually was sitting when it would, when the water would run over it. My first thought was that this might be the edge of a foundation, but some of my further research tells me that this one might be probably part of a mill race or a water channel where the main current was channeled past a wheel.
Where do you think the wheel was?
I don't, it's right. That's one thing, yeah. And see, I think that, because I don't know what part, I really don't know what part of the mill race this might be. If it's the front end, if it's the very front end, it could have extended farther up. Who knows how far down this site really. But my guess that maybe somewhere under here might be under this area might be the foundation of the mill building itself. Yeah, it doesn't look like the rapids that you think where you might find a mill, but we don't know what this section of river looked like 200 years ago or more. But farther upstream, I found some signs of rocks out in the stream that are cut with 90-degree angle, which is not a natural break for a rock. And according to my research, that could be part of a dam that was built farther upstream, where the water could then be channeled off of the main river past a wheel.
So there's a decent chance that we're standing where Warren Truss, who essentially founded Trussville, or is credited with the founding of Trussville, we're potentially standing where his grist mill was.
I would say there's a high percentage that we're standing on the remains of Warren Truss's grist mill.
So if this is what you think it is, and it's obviously a very compelling case, where do we go from here?
Well, looks like we're going to have to consult someone who actually knows more about mills. I myself, we're talking about an amateur exploration, but I found something in a place that I expected to find something.
Why did you expect it to be here?
Well, the map showed me this area, and obviously the mill was built on the Cahaba River, as the stories say. So this fits. It's on the Cahaba River. It's on the section of the map that Warren Truss once owned.
And is there anything to the proximity, what we know as Main Street, but is there anything to the proximity to that road there?
Well, Highway 11, just right down here. It was a main thoroughfare. It was a wagon road. It was heavily traveled. I mean, it wasn't as we see it now, but it was a wagon road, and this is right where you would locate a mill that is going to do business from the main road. The Leeds Historical Society, as one of their properties is Fuller Mill. And I thought, well, maybe we can attract one of them over here to come take a look at this for us and see if they can confirm what this might be.